Hello, Neopets players, young and old. It is me, your grandpa, back with another video. This is my lore video. This is my Roman Empire. I'm gonna show you my permanent pets, and I'm gonna tell you their backstories. And for some of them, I'll be able to show you some of my art for them. I need to get on the art train again. I need to enter the beauty contest again. The beauty contest is one of my favorite things to do on Neopets, but it takes me ages and ages and ages to put something together. But anyway, I'm going to show you my pets. I'm going to tell you their stories. Some of these are just pets that I'm zapping. I do a lot of zapping and adopting out, so some of these pets are my little temporary fixtures, like Sphinx here. She's just being zapped until I can get a good color and find her a home, but she does slay. Okay, so anyway, I spent all of my teenage years building up to the goal of having a full family of unconverted grundos. I am proud to say, as of September 2023, I completed my goal. It took me, I don't know, 10, 15 years, but I've got them. They are the center of my world. They are the center of my family. My first UC grundo, which also happens to be my favorite UC grundo, is Hookie Blue here, my UC gray. She is the love of my life. This is my favorite pet. This is my favorite Neopet, and I have her. I'm obsessed with her. So let me show her to you. This is my child. Oh, also, this is great too, because I'll be able to show you all of their beautiful Halloween customizations. Okay, this is my child. I've gotten her 2 beauty contest trophies so far. Her beautiful pet dirt mouth. So I call her Blue, but the Hookie part of Hookie Blue is actually what inspired her lore. Hookie Blue, I was like, I am a knitter, crocheter, crafter, so I was like, she's a crafter, she's like me. So when I was putting her character together, I was like, okay, she's a textile artist, but also I needed her to be magical, mystical. So I was like, okay, she's a textile artist, but what's her textile? Her textile is the fabric of space and time. Get it? So yeah, she's a textile artist, but she be weaving space and time. She's a badass and I love her. These are the 2 beauty contest entries I had for her. Obviously you can tell this one in the middle here is much newer. This one I did on like an early 2000s iPad version of MS Paint. I was actually pretty proud of it at the time. And then this one in the middle is much more recent. I did in Procreate. But yeah, this is my child. I'm obsessed with her. Her pet page, something I started years ago when I first got her, is I actually started writing like fanfic for her. She has a story. You can read that on her pet page if you want. But I'm obsessed with her. She's the love of my life. My second UC grundo, Sloan, the Jargon. Sloan, her story is she is the inner saboteur, the bad side, the devil on the shoulder of Hookie Blue. Whenever Blue is having a tough time or going through some intrusive thoughts, that's Sloan. This is the monster inside Blue's head when she's struggling. I haven't done a ton on Sloan yet in terms of her character and her pet page and everything, but that is her story, and one day we'll get there. This is her Halloween costume, custom costume, and her pet Pancake. They match so beautifully. I also did some art for Sloan, but I never actually put her in the beauty contest. I should honestly redo this today on, my updated technology and stuff and submit it into the BC. This was very much inspired by like Digimon. You know how the beginning stages of a Digimon always just look like a cute little ball? That was kind of what I was going for with Sloan. But this is Sloan. This is what Sloan looks like in my head. Just like this little ball of negativity and chaos that lives in Hookie Blue's mind. But I do love her. I love Sloan. She's great. Next on my list is Gray, the marshmallow grundo. I actually, for a long time, had a different unconverted marshmallow grundo, and then a very beautiful and kind Neopian traded me for Gray because my goal, I forgot to say this, but my goal ever since I got Blue was to make sure that all of my UC grundos had uncapped names, and my other grundo had a capitalized name, and I couldn't be having that. So we recently got our hands on Gray. She's beautiful and perfect in every way. Gray, the Mallow, is Blue's mystical teacher, I would say, her mentor. Gray is also a witch, a sorceress. She's a coffee witch. So she's an alchemist. She be brewing potions, but also really good cappuccinos. And she's very old. She had been steeped, if you will, in her magic for a very long time. So when Blue started to realize that she had powers, it was Gray that stepped in and kind of taught her how to wield her magic. I have not done a single piece of art for this beautiful queen, but I'm gonna get on it ASAP because I need it. I need this beautiful sage alchemist slay queen to have some art, so I do need to get on that. Next on the list, and the hardest UC to get my hands on, is Castor. Castor was tough. This pet was not only hard to find, but it's what is known in the trading community as a higher tier pet. So very hard to get my hands on this one, but she's definitely worth it. I'm also realizing now that all of them are female, ? I didn't do that on purpose, but slay. Okay. So Castor is actually the first sentient creation of Blue. When Blue started wielding her magic, she knew she could do stuff like fix something that's broken, you know, but when she found out she could create sentient life, that was Castor. Castor was her first creation. So I've got Castor customized in a cute little fairy circle in the woods, giving very much Frankenstein's monster. I also haven't done any art for her yet, but my next beauty contest entry is actually my converted grundo here, Starzy. And then after that, I got to start working on my unconverteds again. But this is Castor, Blue's first sentient creation. I'm very proud of Castor just because it was so hard to get my hands on her. But Blue is still my favorite. Last on my unconverted grundo list is Ninnie. Full name Ninnie, but I just call her Ninnie. Ninnie is kind of the lackey of our Mallow grundo. Ninnie is, what do you call that? What's a nice way to say that? Ninnie is the sidekick, but not the sidekick. She's a low-level grunt. There's no other way to say it. She's female as well. All of my UC grundos are female. Wow, that's wild. But yeah, so she's the grunt. She does the grunt work. You can see her here out in the field, extracting souls for potions. That's her deal. That's what Ninnie does. And she's cute. I love this design. If we got some other UC grundos back somehow when the NCUCs come out, I would love to see this pose come back for like a UC fairy grundo or something. I just love it so much. So that is the lore behind my unconverted permanent pets. They're beautiful and perfect and I love them very much. I will also show you my permanent converted grundo. I'm a grundo hoarder if you haven't figured that out yet. This is Starzy. She's my Battle Dome pet. So I've been working on her stats. I got her a couple months ago and I've been working on her stats since I got her. I haven't put together a full story for her yet. I'm working on her beauty contest entry right now. It's almost done. Her beauty contest entry is very much like Kirby. She's riding on a star, being a badass. But I don't have a story for her yet. But I love dressing her up. She's the perfect canvas, and I love this beautiful, perfect star in the center of her forehead. She's perfect. She even has a snailian, which looks like a grundo. She's just perfect. And she's uncapped as well, of course. She has an uncapped username, which was a requirement for me. So as of right now, that is my full team of permanent pets. Everything else I'm trying to trade for grundos or trade for fun names to turn into grundos. It's all about grundos here for me. But thank you so much for watching my lore video. I would love to share in the future, if people are interested in this kind of stuff, I would love to do some videos where I work on my beauty contest entries, where I show off some customizations for other holidays. Like, of course, we're gonna have winter customizations and Christmas themed customizations, all that stuff. I would love to show that stuff off. So if people like lore videos, and you know, if people like pet lore and pet customization, I could talk about it for hours. So don't try to hold me back. I'm in it to win it. But yeah, thank you for watching, for hanging out. This video is a bit different from the two guide videos that I've put up so far, but I just really wanted to show off my children. I hope you understand. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.